Well, what is going on, viewers? Hope you're all doing well. As per usual, my name is Jake. Welcome back to some more CSGO news. How was your weekend, guys? Mine was great, if anyone happened to ask out loud while watching this. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Seriously, it's great to be back, as per usual, on these Mondays where the news is hectic, and I'm losing my mind over here. Why I'm also losing my mind, though, in a very happy way, is we now have more confirmed CSGO players thanks to a Finnish source, that being owners of an organization, this time around being ENCE players, Allu and Sunny. Let the controversy, let the debate, let all those 14-year-old Finnish boys who hate Sunny for some reason come to the comments section and complain about this guy somehow owning 1% reportedly of ENCE. Alongside that, though, I want to quickly kind of follow this up before we break down the details of this ownership thing, which we have seen quite a bit in terms of CSGO. This all follows another poor result, an early exit for ENCE. They actually lost to that 100 Thieves roster, former Renegades roster for people who are behind on that. They lost to them twice in back-to-back 2-0 sweeps and actually eliminated sent home very early at IEM Beijing. Another poor result, and again, Sunny is certainly not the issue on this lineup. I'm not really sure where their struggles do begin, but the controversy does continue ever since Sunny joined in place of Alexi B. Following the event, though, this news did break that yes, Sunny owns 1% of ENCE, and Allu, a staggering 6.5% for a player who, by the way, he might not last 2 more years. That's incredible to see. Obviously, very happy for the guys. It does now make sense why they would want Allu to stay on the roster, not retire with his wife and kid, or partner and kid. I'm not really sure the details on that. And wow, this is crazy. I love it, though, because last time I talked about this, it was actually TSM, not currently in CSGO. We talked about one of their new partial owners is Bjergsen, one of their League of Legends guys. We've also talked about Astralis. We know those guys. We'll be talking about shortly and their successes. They own parts of their team. Alongside that, we know Get Right in Forest. Get Right might have to sell his shares sometime soon. We have seen several, but very few pro players out there in terms of the general gist of the scene actually earn ownership in their organizations. But when it comes time for the valuations we have talked about for esports orgs, owning just 1% and owning 6.5%, that can be a pretty staggering amount of wealth these players have now accrued if they can actually eventually sell those shares. So I'm very, very proud to see it, and it's really cool to see all these players earning their way into some equity. But when it comes to ENCE, it definitely comes with some controversy with their lack thereof results. If those issues will be fixed, I really do hope so. I really do hope they can turn it around, because I am sick of seeing angry Finnish people, and they are really mean. Also pointed out as well, thanks to Professor, I'll link his tweet down below. People are talking a little bit about Lurppis owning nearly 9% of ENCE. Out of nowhere, he's actually, I believe, entangled in working with the Immortals Gaming Club. I'm not sure where that conflict of interest does lie, even if there is one, but Lurppis has a solid percent of ownership somehow at ENCE, which is pretty amazing to see, while working for IGC, the Immortals Gaming Club, who now owns obviously MIBR, the LA Valiant, tons of teams out there, including the Optic Gaming brand. If you guys were curious as well, I believe Hector still had 10% ownership of Optic Gaming, even when he was working with Infinite. I don't know how those conflicts work, and I probably need to research more before I even say more to you guys, but it's crazy to see that ENCE, all of their ownership out there, you'll recognize quite a few of their names. As we do continue, though, to our second story, that being IEM Beijing, what can I say, guys? Astralis, they are just a nuts team. When you put big things on the line, I talked about this on Twitter as well, when you put a big reward in front of Astralis, they turn it up to a completely different notch, especially this IEM Beijing, a solid prize pool. On top of that, first place, the grand finals, and the winner of the event itself actually grabbed a free spot to IEM Katowice next year. When you put that in front of Astralis, you better believe they're not going to lose, especially against mostly new rosters. On top of that, even though a lot of these rosters had also not made changes, they just could not keep up with an Astralis who did not drop a single map. This is a team who, by the way, has now had so many trophies in the past year and a half, they're playing ping pong with them. That could be a headline in itself, guys. That could be a Kotaku article in itself. Astralis has won so many trophies, they're enjoying playing ping pong with some of them. It's insane how good these guys really are. But besides that, for all you Astralis haters out there, let's skip past, give them all praise. Great event. Obviously, they were super dominant. Some other good results out there for a few organizations, that being the new 100 Thieves roster. Obviously, many of you guys know they still were a solid roster, but with their first event underneath a new organizational banner and name, they did fairly well. Also, good news for FaZe Clan members out there. Back-to-back pretty solid results after winning Copenhagen Blast Pro, or, Blast Pro Copenhagen. Still another playoff result. They cannot complain. hopefully keep that spark alive, because when it comes to competing against Astralis, a lot of these teams maybe don't have a chance. When it comes to competing against Liquid and maybe EG, these guys, 100 Thieves, FaZe Clan, maybe that of Vitality as well, still in the mix of things. I just really scares me to see how good Astralis is, and hopefully maybe some team could turn that around. Maybe. I don't see it happening. I don't know, guys. My mind is jumbled. I'm just thinking of so many videos I could do about how dominant Astralis is. Either way, a very fun event. It's great to see a lot of these new teams out there, or new organizations, or new rosters, their mixes doing quite well. We are just in a super weird time where I cannot wait to see all these teams together. It seems like where Astralis go, Liquid and EG don't go. Vice versa, where Liquid and EG go, Astralis has not been going. Once all three of these teams across all the others as well, NIP and FaZe Clan, 100 Thieves, and Vitality, they all meet up at the same event at the same place and time, we're in for a shamble, guys, if Astralis can ever struggle. And then very lastly for all of us, brought to us by the one, the only Notorious Ryan at Rush B Media, guys. Some breaking news out there. Accordingly, going to be some eUnited changes, which kind of reminisce that of Optic Gaming. If you guys remember, and I will always reference back to this time because it was a great time for North American CSGO, but also a weird time when it came to the Optic Gaming roster, who at first, I do believe they had benched Stanislaw. They were going to keep Daps as their IGL, and then reverted that, and vice versa. It was actually Daps out and Stanislaw in, or did I mix it? I think I got that correct. So this actually kind of reminisces of that, kind of smells a bit like that. It's actually apparently going to be Vanity out the door, Moose, who by the way stepped down from the roster weeks ago, now to return, and then IGL role from Vanity to now go to Freakazoid, which has a lot of hardcore eUnited fans out there rightfully confused. A roster I would say has not been explosive ever since Freakazoid had joined it, now turns into an IGL role, and certainly controversial. Yes, you get widely regarded your best player in Moose back, who we thought was going to see other offers out there in North America. Those might have fallen through. Surprised they certainly did if he had those opportunities. He is now back. Apparently Vanity will be gone, and a brand new IGL for an eUnited roster who has been kind of like the Cloud9s, making changes here and there, not really making progression, I would say, hopefully fairly to those guys. At times they can show up, but most of the time when they compete against upper North American or of course European teams, you widely regard them as the underdog team, and they continue to do so. They get their best player back, but an IGL shift to Freakazoid, we will see what produces or what results they actually can produce out of that new lineup once it does come to fruition. Until next time, though, I hope you guys all enjoy breaking down esports gaming news here all day long. Trust me, for all you CSGO viewers, I have plenty of stories for you. For all you other viewers out there who watch all the content here, it's going to be a hectic week. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, take care, drink coffee. I'm a go, okay? You too. All right, bye.